Hi, and welcome to Trust and Obey with Chuck Frank. This is a Friday afternoon Chuck It entitled Flagrant, Phony, Phlopulism. Well, the Dems are at it again. They're in the process of destroying themselves again. Their latest dishonest gambit is the Fight Oligarchy Tour. That's rich. Brooklyn socialist Bernie and Sandy from the block are going to create a Democratic populist party a la MAGA. The Dems see everything through a cartoon prism. Steve Bannon speaks in salty, bark-on metaphors to his MAGA base, and Big Pharma Bernie and Princess Westchester launch their heavily scripted folk fest with condescending populist, pugilist jargon to match Bannon. Throw the bums out. Courage to brawl for the working class. Support Democrats who fight. Brawling Democrats. Just a note to Dem speechwriters, blue-collar folks, never use the word brawl. Also, college towns full of women with rainbow t-shirts and soy boys with man buns. That's not the cosplay for populism, although Sandy's mom jeans were a nice try. Once again, the Dems think Americans are stupid and easily fooled. Trump is taking away your Medicaid and Social Security and giving the money to his billionaire buddies. One more note. The vast majority of billionaires in the U.S. are rabid leftists. And of the 10 richest people in the United States, 7 of the 10 are leftists. So they are the party that created the Silicon Valley oligarchy by having U.S. taxpayers, that's you and me, bail out the West Coast billionaires in the 2008 financial crisis, all handed to us by bankers on Wall Street paying off politicians in D.C. Fight Oligarchy Tour. Where was the fighting spirit in 2020 when oligarch Zuckerberg spent $40 million to steal the 2020 election? And Sandy showed us her bona fides crying at the border because it was being shut down and all new Dem voters could not get in. Note, open borders are not a part of populism, you dope. And Comrade Bernie, fresh off a February Forbes net worth estimate of $15 million with mucho big pharma influence money. This is what he means when he says socialism works if it's done correctly, meaning elites at the top get rich and the rest of us suffer. We got it. We've been through it. These phonies can't fake it, and it will blow up in their faces and live forever digitally. And speaking of forever, the Bible has already covered this fiasco in the book of Numbers, chapter 22, complete with a donkey beat down. Let's go. So this is about a prophet who gets compromised by the king of Moab, who offers him anything he wants if he will curse the Israelites, thinking that if he can get a prophet of God to curse the Israelites, he'll have a chance to prevail over them. And God doesn't want Balaam to do this, but just like in the DC swamp, money talks. So Balaam rose in the morning, saddled his donkey, and went with the princes of Moab. Balaam, the donkey, and the angel. Then God's anger was aroused because he went. And the angel of the Lord took his stand in the way as an adversary against him. And he was riding on his donkey, and his 2 servants were with him. Now the donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way with his drawn sword in his hand, and the donkey turned aside out of the way and went into the field. So Balaam struck the donkey to turn her back onto the road. Then the angel of the Lord stood in a narrow path between the vineyards, with a wall on this side and a wall on that side. And when the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she pushed herself against the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, so he struck her again. Then the angel of the Lord went further and stood in a narrow place where there was no way to turn either to the right hand or to the left. And when the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she lay down under Balaam. So Balaam's anger was aroused, and he struck the donkey with his staff. Then the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey, and she said to Balaam, "What have I done to you, that you have struck me these 3 times?" And Balaam said to the donkey, "Because you have abused me, I wish there were a sword in my hand, for now I would kill you." So the donkey said to Balaam, "Am I not your donkey on which you have ridden ever since I became yours to this day? Was I ever disposed to do this to you?" And he said, "No." Then the Lord opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way with his drawn sword in his hand, and he bowed his head and fell flat on his face. And the angel of the Lord said to him, "Why have you struck your donkey these 3 times? Behold, I have come out to stand against you, because your way is perverse before me. The donkey saw me and turned aside from me these 3 times. If you had not turned aside from me, surely I would also have killed you by now and let the donkey live." Think about that, Democrats. Sandy and Bernie are the false prophets riding into college towns on a beaten up donkey and trying to sell a pack of lies. It won't work, and it'll all be over by Monday, and you'll be the fools. Take care, have a great weekend, and God bless you all.